Okay. It is Monday morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. Let me make sure I got the right mic on. All right. So I'm waiting for people to come in here. But today I really need a desperate sip of my frappe. Because today we have some unfortunate news. So our favorite, our girl, our princess of Barbados, um, has experienced something devastating overnight in her Beverly Hills home. Her Beverly Hills home was shot at 10 times by a woman. They have yet to release why she said she did it or any other information, but the woman is in police custody. Rihanna was inside of the home. She was inside of the home when 10 shots were fired at her Beverly Hills mansion. Now we're about to get into some videos. We're about to get into some clips. We're about to get into some further details. But this is devastating. And when I was filming my podcast episode last night, I was saying how, why? Why is this happening? Why couldn't have this happen? And then I had to catch myself and recognize the climate we are in today. And unfortunately, our climate is filled with idiots. People are desperate. They're desperate to survive. They're desperate for clout. They are desperate to be just known for anything, even if it's something devious like this. Um, why would somebody want to do this to Rihanna? I'm not saying Rihanna is, the holiest person. Um, I'm not saying that Rihanna's perfect, but Rihanna is somebody that is very loved in the world. Besides her music, what she shows, she's a good person. She gives back to her country. She gives back to people. Really all we see her do is vibe, live her happy billionaire rich life, enjoy her kids, and enjoy her man, and give back to her country. That's all we see her do. A lot of us have been irritated with her lately, maybe for the past 10 years because, we've wanted music. But, that just shows how much people love her. We know she hasn't given us any music in a long time, but we appreciate what she has done. And we completely understand why she's, just out, just building a family and doing real things. Like, we love her that much that we're just like, you know what, Rihanna, we got it. You keep pushing out babies, keep enjoying your life because we just want to see you happy, and that's the truth. So to see this currently going on, it hurts. It hurts us. It hurts me. Let me know in the chat what your thoughts are, but it hurts deeply. So let's go ahead and get into some uh video clips. Let's do a long one. 3 hours ago. Let's just go through and watch. Okay, I'm about to share my screen. Hold on. This is devastating. All right, let's get into it.
News now, we're learning more. The suspect arrested after a shooting outside singer Rihanna's Beverly Crest mansion.
Gigi Graciette is live there at outside the home with more on this. Gigi.
That's right, Bob and Jen. The LAPD has identified the woman accused of shooting up the outside of Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's Los Angeles home yesterday afternoon
A$AP
as
lived there too?
35-year-old Ivana Lisette Ortiz. She is behind bars this morning, being charged with attempted murder. Her bail set at $10,225,000. Now, this morning, we're outside the Beverly Crest home, just off of Coldwater Canyon, and you can see the white gate to the property, and you see that white tape there. That is actually covering up 5 bullet holes, and those were just some of the gunfire, some of the shots fired here yesterday afternoon. Now take a look at the video.
A white Tesla as you went down Coldwater. 10 gunshots fired from the vehicle at the gate code 3.
The shooting happening in broad daylight around 1:20 Sunday afternoon in the normally quiet Beverly Crest neighborhood. People who heard the shooting told police it was a barrage of bullets, some hitting the front gate as you saw there, others reportedly making their way to the entrance of the home behind the gate, but thankfully no one was injured. Now, witnesses were able to check their security cameras and described the shooter as a blonde woman with her hair in braids in a white Tesla with paper plates, last seen heading northbound on Coldwater Canyon. LAPD's air unit quickly spotting the car and following it all the way to the Sherman Oaks Galleria on Sepulveda and Ventura Boulevard, where she turned into the parking area, and that's where police took her into custody. They say they found inside the Tesla an assault-style rifle they believe was used in the shooting. And again, that suspect now identified as Ivana Lisette Ortiz. She's 35 years old. What is her connection to these singers? If any, we don't know. Police aren't saying, but she has been booked for attempted murder. Yesterday, we spoke to some of the neighbors here who heard the gunfire.
It was really loud, and everything echoes in this valley, so you can hear everything. A shot, it's not something you expect.
My first thought was, really? Because, again, given the neighborhood, you don't usually expect for there to be drive-by shootings in a place like this, but they're everywhere now.
You can only imagine nerves were extremely rattled. We understand from officials that Rihanna was home at the time of the shooting. Unclear if A$AP Rocky and their 3 small children were here. Bringing it back here live. We're not going to show you, but there is a heavy security presence, private security working for Rihanna and A$AP Rocky up and down this block. Unclear if they were here yesterday. We do not believe they were outside the home yesterday. Obviously, Rihanna has had her run-in with stalkers. One of her homes in the Hollywood Hills was burglarized. But again, if you're just joining us here on Good Day LA, the LAPD has now identified the shooting suspect as Ivana Lisette Ortiz. She's 35 years old. She'll be 36 in June. She's been booked for attempted murder. Her bail set over $10 million. Reporting live in Beverly Crest area, I'm Gigi Graciette. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Gigi, thank you for that update.
Never ever sue the driver who crashed into you after a car accident. There's a better way to get compensated that's faster, easier, and could get you way more money without spending years in court or paying expensive lawyers up front. If you've been in a car accident within the past year, even if you were just a passenger, what I'm about to share could save you months of hassle and put tens or even hundreds.
We're learning new details about a scary attack on Rihanna's home. Police say a suspect shot multiple times at the pop superstar's Beverly Hills mansion. A source tells LA Times Rihanna was home, but thankfully unharmed. Officers took a suspect into custody. Carter Evans has the story. Carter, good morning. What is going on?
Well, good morning. We've now got security posted up outside, and they've actually put white tape over the bullet holes on the gate there. The LAPD says the weapon has been recovered, no injuries reported. Investigators haven't released the name of the suspect, and they're trying to determine if this was a random or targeted attack.
Los Angeles police are investigating a shooting at the Beverly Hills home of 9-time Grammy winner Rihanna.
Approximately 10 shots heard and an unknown person shouting.
The shooting happened Sunday around 1:15 local time. Police say the suspect, a woman in her 30s, parked her car, a white Tesla, outside Rihanna's home and fired at least 7 gunshots before speeding off. Aerial footage showed multiple gunshot holes in the gate outside the home. Investigators say they also found assault rifle casings.
I was just washing dishes in my house and I heard shots. And I was a little shocked. You know, we don't hear that kind of thing in this neighborhood.
Police say they arrested the suspect without incident after finding her car at a shopping center about 8 miles from the singer's home. Rihanna, whose real name is Robin Rihanna Fenty, hit the scene in the early 2000s with popular songs like Umbrella and Diamonds. Since then, she's built a successful business empire with her beauty brand Fenty. She and her partner, rapper A$AP Rocky, have been together since 2020 and have 3 children.
Now, the LA Times reporting that Rihanna was home at the time. It's not clear if A$AP Rocky or her 3 children were also home at the time of the shooting, and there is still no word on a motive. Vlad?
All right, Carter, thank you very much.
So this is all just devastating. Um,
We're learning new details.
I don't know about you guys, um, but my thoughts on this, drop it in the chat. Uh, they asked the question during the news report: was this random, or was this with the intent to kill? My thoughts, um, my thoughts is, I think they were trying to, um, kill Rihanna. And who would want to hurt Rihanna? You know, that's the question that we all have. That's the question I have as well when this news came out. But we have to be real and look at the grand scheme of everything. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world, and people are really losing their minds because they're feeling helpless. They're feeling hopeless. A lot of people feel like the world's already coming to an end, so they're just like, fuck it. Like, people are pissed. People are beyond depressed. We have a lot of people that are walking the streets of America like zombies. You know, they might show up, they might speak, they might look alive, but their soul is already dead. And, you know, I understand the grand scheme of things. I don't see things just from one side. Um, we live in a very dark world. Everybody is depressed, everybody is upset, and everybody's zombies. And what do people do when they are depressed? You know, people don't even take themselves out no more. They take other people out. Um, because they're like, well, why should I go ahead and take myself out? When I could just take somebody rich and famous out, and it could be all over the media, and my face could be all over the media, and then I'll be known. Like, people are sick in the head like this now. So I do think that this was the intent to murder Rihanna and A$AP Rocky. Now, why them? I mean, they're powerful, they're rich, they're famous, they're happy. You know, they're all these things. They're things that a lot of people aren't. Um, so you know, us regular people, when we see rich and successful people, you know, we clap or we enjoy seeing their lives. But then there's another part of the world, and there's a dark side of the world that wants to hurt people like that. So let me know in the chat what you guys think. But I don't think this was just shots at the house to bring attention to that person. I think they were trying to kill. And, Even you even heard the report of them saying that in the car there's not no like little weapon assault rifles. If you have one of those, you're trying to get a body. You're trying to kill people. That's just what we've seen in the history of stories like this. Um that's scary. People aren't even safe in their Beverly Hills home. I don't know if you guys ever been in Los Angeles or drove through Beverly Hills or drove through the hills, but you know, these mansions, they're blocked off by gates far away from the home itself, and it's a lot to get through. They're very, closed in, or you got people with houses that have gates that are very high up. You can't even climb over. Um so it's very difficult to get in. How could how could this have happened? I mean, well, if this person was driving through, I mean, you can, if you have unfortunately, if you had the right weapon, you can shoot at a distance. And I don't know what Rihanna's house is. I'm gonna watch the footage back, but it looks like she doesn't have the house in the neighborhood. It looks like she has the house where it's just a little gate, not a little gate, but a gate. Um, let's watch this again.
Los Angeles police are investigating a shooting at the Beverly Hills home of 9-time Grammy winner Rihanna.
Approximately 10 shots heard and an unknown person shouting.
The shooting happened Sunday around 1:15 local time. Police say the suspect, a woman in her 30s, parked her car, a white Tesla, outside Rihanna's home and fired at least 7 gunshots before speeding off. Aerial footage showed multiple gunshot holes in the gate outside the home. Investigators say they also found assault rifle casings.
I was just washing dishes in my house and I heard shots. And I was a little shocked. We don't hear that kind of thing in this neighborhood.
Police say they arrested the suspect without incident after finding her car at a shopping center about 8 miles from the singer's home. Rihanna, whose real name is Robin Rihanna Fenty, hit the scene in the early 2000s with popular songs like Umbrella and Diamonds. Since then, she's built a successful business empire with her beauty brand Fenty. She and her partner, rapper A$AP Rocky, have been together since 2020 and have 3 children.
Now, the LA Times reporting that Rihanna was home at the time. It's not clear if A$AP Rocky or her 3 children were also home at the time of the shooting.
I'm sure they
and
were.
There is still no word on a motive. Vlad?
All right, Carter.
And they're probably not ever going to get a motive. Knowing this world we're in, knowing this planet. But what do you guys think? Drop it in the chat. What do you think the motive was? This is sad. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I report a lot of things, but I am somebody that supports Rihanna. I love seeing Rihanna win. Not only just as a black woman, but she just does things her way, and she does things in her own unique way. She's just one of them celebrities that just does what she wants to do, and it works out for her. And I just find that to be really inspirational. I love that she's a family woman. She's somebody that didn't just settle for the music career, but she wanted it all. She wanted the man, she wanted the kids, she wanted the success. She wanted to put on for her country. Like there's a lot of layers behind Rihanna besides just being somebody that's a hit maker. So this story really strikes me, and it really grinds my gears that people are just so dead in the spirit that they have to do things like this. And the reporter's asking, well, we don't know if A$AP Rocky was in the home. We don't know if the kids were in the home. I'm pretty sure the kids were in the home. I'm pretty sure they were. And I'm just glad that she's okay. I'm glad that she's all right. Um, but still, like, just there's a lot of trauma that could possibly come after this. And um this isn't something that I don't feel like people could just like really brush their shoulders off and just keep it pushing. There might be a lot of changes after this. She might want to move. She might not want to release music ever again. She might not want to be in the limelight ever again. Um, she might want to leave the whole country. Like, you don't know what could happen. But This is sad. I want them to release the photo. They said she had blonde hair. I'm guessing this is a white woman. Let's watch another clip.
The secret to my success? My Riverside AI Sidekick Army. They let me record my podcast by day so I can be a professional chef by night.
Good evening, I'm Susan Hirasuna. Our top story tonight, shots fired at Rihanna's Beverly Hills mansion. Police say the superstar was home but not harmed. Tonight, a suspect is in custody. Fox 11's Matthew Seedorf is live in Beverly Hills with the latest on this story. Matthew, what can you tell us?
Well, Susan, a scary moment. Detectives actually leaving just seconds ago. The home where Rihanna lives, just up the street here, those gunshots ringing out all over the area. An urgent investigation in Beverly Hills after police say a woman fired multiple shots at a mansion owned by pop superstar Rihanna. The Grammy-winning artist was reportedly home at the time, but not hurt. The suspect later arrested in nearby Sherman Oaks.
It was scary, but, you know, I can't imagine being in the house because you're hearing the bullets hitting and that sort of stuff.
Neighbors like Keith England say gunfire echoed through the neighborhood.
Bam, 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 like probably 10 shots.
According to police, the shooter fired around 10 rounds from a car with at least one bullet punching through the walls of the home. Skyfox above the property where Rihanna lives with her partner, rap artist A$AP Rocky, and their 3 kids.
It was really loud, and everything echoes in this valley, so you can hear everything. A shot, it's not something you expect.
My first thought was, really? Because, again, given the neighborhood, you don't usually expect for there to be drive-by shootings in a place like this, but they're everywhere now.
This home surveillance video from 2018, when the 9-time Grammy winner's home was previously targeted by burglars.
It's just LA. Unfortunately, it's become something that's normal.
Authorities now trying to determine why this home was targeted with gunfire.
I have no idea what it could have been, although I know it was just jarring, very jarring in the middle of a nice Sunday afternoon.
So far, no motive has been released. Police only identifying the shooter as a 30-year-old woman. Reporting live tonight in Beverly Hills, Matthew Seedorf, Fox 11 News.
Of course, everyone's going to ask if there is some connection between the suspect and either Rihanna or A$AP Rocky, and right now police just don't know.
Yeah, Susan, that's the question that everyone is wondering. And again, yeah, so far police, if they do know, have not released those details.
Matthew Seedorf, thank you so much.
So it's crazy stuff. Really crazy stuff. And no, this is just the world we're in. This is just what it is. We are in a world where everybody is helpless, everybody's hopeless, and they want to destroy. And, people are very unhappy. And, what happens when people are unhappy? They do things to tear other people's happiness down. Yeah, this is really scary. Like, and not to be negative, but this really could have been something. Rihanna and her family could have seriously been hurt. Yeah, so that thought alone is just devastating that we could have possibly woken up to some news that we lost Rihanna and A$AP Rocky and their family. Yeah, and that's just sad. So the news story is still developing. They're possibly knowing, stories like this. They're possibly going to release a picture soon. We're going to probably see the woman walking to a courtroom, and we're probably going to hear weeks later why they did this. But did you guys see that their bail is set to 10 million? Wow. Wow. So I'll be back on this story to talk more about this. I'm gonna go ahead and continue my day. But I'll be back on. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button, notify when I go live, and I'm gonna see y'all later.